Hey guys. Okay, so that was just me pretending to journal for the sake of the intro of this video. So, the video you're about to watch is kind of like a Let's Fight episode. I really need to find like a different name for that. Although I do think it is a little bit cute that it's called Let's Fight, but me and my friends don't actually fight. So this episode is with my friend Shin, and this was actually his idea because Shin is like an avid journaler, and the way that he journals is very different from the way that I journal. I feel like I'm kind of boring. Like, if there were a siege of a library, my journals would probably be left behind to burn just because if you open them, they're full of words, and my handwriting is super duper scribbly and weird. But I actually also kind of like it. Like, the part of me that's a narcissist is also like, ooh, girl, she looks like an interesting girl. And let's get on with the video. So today I'm here with my friend Shin. My friend Shin. And we're going to be doing an episode of Let's Fight. But again, it's not really fighting. It's more of discussing and showing our different...
Which side ba?
Yeah. So, yeah, okay. Ready, set, go. So it's gonna be more of us talking about our journaling practice and why we journal, why we think it's important. So we have some journals also.
Wow.
And I'll be showing also some of the pages from our journals. So yeah. Okay, so maybe Shen, you wanna talk a little bit first about how you got into journaling and when did you start?
I think most of us from our generation, I think we did journaling even before like anyone's told you about it. You know what I mean? Because what I did was I just had a notebook every school term. I have notebooks for subjects, but I always buy an extra one. Now it's like a whatever notebook, and I don't even think of it as the word journal. You can maybe insert journal here. I don't even say this is my journal. It's more like I just know I need a notebook that will be a repository of all thoughts, jokes, song lyrics and rants and like stickers maybe. So I guess that's how it began. And then around college na, I discovered, Tavi Gevinson, right, from
Yes, of
Rookie,
course.
and she shares in her personal blog, she shares a lot of journal pages, and I was like, I want to do the same where you put playlists, where you put ayun nga, pictures, cutouts. It doesn't have to be kasi a diary is parang strictly what happened to you, di ba? But
Yeah.
journal, I think, is... Wait, do you speak Tagalog in your video or should it be English only?
Yes. You can speak Tagalog.
Okay. Anyway, for our international audiences, so I think my understanding is that diary is more of what happened and what you feel about it, while journal, I think, is more exploratory, diba? It's more on creative juices and so on. So just that, I said I'm gonna do it, like I'm gonna make something colorful. But originally, high school journal is emo, and just when you write scratchy, when you write a word over and over again.
Oh my God.
That was my first. Yeah, it's gross. Yeah, how did you start with your journals?
Same. When I was younger, like young, parang I wanted to have a diary. Kasi di ba yun yung uso before?
Like super before school?
Before, yung mga grade 2. Like,
Yeah.
my idea, parang Dear Diary. But then I didn't know how to do it. Because like, parang I don't know how to chronicle what happened to me. So instead of doing that, I just, like what you said, like an extra notebook or those sketch pads.
Or when you get from your parents parang souvenir from a Mercury drug. Di ba yung mga free, yung mga parang promo notebooks, di ba? And you're like, this is special. Yeah, remember those. And how did you grow from your diary?
I guess maybe same, maybe high school. But in high
Mm.
school, it was more, more emo, song lyrics,
I know.
more thoughts about my crush, like
Chemical Romance lyrics. Yung,
yeah, and then lyrics, and then naka-underline.
or yung mga faces na X yung isang I. That's so gross.
So gross but so fun. And then
Yeah, yeah.
I think you're right. I think same college, parang a little bit more creative, maybe.
Mm.
Yeah, but but I think girls are more creative, Shin, because you
Yeah, definitely.
yeah, mine is more like this happened like yung Neo sinang crush ko stick to dun sa
Yes. And I saw your pictures. I'm gonna look. You can maybe flash it.
right,
These
yeah.
are like souvenirs, is this a cigarette box, mga ticket?
Yeah.
As a guy, I don't have mga ganong stuff. So it's
Mm.
more really on drawings or basta it's not something of sentimental value.
Huh.
It's more of like really trashy jokes or parang I remember there's a commercial jingle that I found so funny and I wrote it for some reason na I have a copy of it. I don't know, it's stupid.
What what emotional satisfaction does that give you? Or parang what do you think you get from listing down jokes, mga ganun?
Yeah. That's as I said in the beginning, you don't really know.
Mm.
Parang you just know you need to do it, right?
Mm.
Like it's more like it just happens that there's parts of you as a person that you need to write down, you need to put somewhere, and like I just think it's fun, but also more than that, it, I think we need that as people to have an outlet of that kind. And especially when we were young, there's no internet yet. So you're not like you're not like my day sucks. I hate this person. Like where do you put that? And you can't tell that to your parents, diba? And you just get so angry or just a certain kind of feeling or a fleeting thought and you I think it's just a human need. I think chronicling, whether diary or journaling or blogs, it's a human need. Parang I think you need that as a person, like not just because you're a teenage girl and
Yeah.
so on.
Do you,
I have to.
do you think that okay milk is kind of like your journal now, or do you still keep a separate journal?
I well, the thing with social media is even if you say nah, this is just for me,
Mm.
it's a part of your brain knows it's not just for you, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so in a way we chronicle through Instagram, through Twitter, pero but like there's still parts that you can say, but you have to put it down somewhere. And Austin and I were talking about it that you need sometimes when you build a house, you put a blueprint,
Uh
and
huh.
like when you write down your thoughts, it's kind of you try to recenter yourself. You plot forward, but also you put the because when feelings are inside our heads,
Mm.
it's chaos. Parang it's a mixed bag. Pero when you put it on paper, you can kind of see na I'm feeling this letter A, I'm feeling B, I'm feeling C. So I think just at the end, we just need it. What
Right.
are your thoughts on like why do you do it?
I think I think in a way it's similar, but for me also it's also a way to I guess allow myself to say certain things that I would not allow
Mm,
myself to say. Like,
yeah.
I think I'm a shitty person. Like I will not tell that to anyone.
But you're a very internal on your shittiness. I mean, me, I'm more outwardly shitty. So I don't really write rants. I don't write like I hate this person. My journals are more on fantasies and the
Oh.
sadness that I don't get to express. But when I hate expressively. So yeah, that's very different in that part. And also, I think you're very much about memories.
Yeah. Very, alam ko na, very, sentimental. I don't know if that's also
Mm-mm.
because,
Yeah.
yeah, parang I don't know if it's like out because of, like, for example, in MFA or in creative writing,
Mm.
parang I write poetry, so very restrained. So I feel like I need
Mm-mm.
somewhere to put all of the stuff na not usable as poetry.
Yes.
Yeah, that
Yes. How do you? I have a question. How do you feel about, journaling now is very, you design a page and then you put it online.
uh,
What are your thoughts on that?
hmm, in the early 2000s, nung uso pa yung live journal, there would be
Mm,
communities where you can
mm,
scan your
mm.
journal and then show it to your friends or parang people you don't really know, but it's just a journaling community. And back
Mm.
then, I feel like it was more personal or it didn't really take away from the integrity of the activity because it's
Yeah,
something na parang
it's
people,
community.
yeah, and like you'll do it anyway, but you're just sharing it. But now I feel like
Yeah,
it's already parang
I
very
know.
accepted. Like they
It's
make
the
it
word. One word is manufactured,
yeah.
right? Na this will look good. This will get likes, which I guess when we did it before, we're not trying to be coherent. I'm
Yeah.
not saying it's bad now, but
Mm,
I think people make journal a sport now, and it's very rare. And it's like we are the kids who journal. You know what I mean? It's like they make it kind of like a click and like it's not a contest, but they make it a product. Whereas personally, I don't see it that way. It's a product, but it's something for you. It could be total a garbage page instead of trying to make it all. Oh, they make it photogenic. That's what I feel.
yeah. It's like it's all about the aesthetic. And I think
Mm,
it's different if you're not really performing. I feel
yeah, yeah.
like even if you say, "Oh no, these were my personal thoughts," like in the back of your head when you're making it, you're already thinking that, "Oh, what will people think when they see this?" Like I want them
Oh,
to.
and they make it cohesive. They're like, this is the page about my passion for reading. This is a page about cigarettes, and I'm like, no, make the upper part about your family, right? About sex at the bottom page, because that's how we are. That's how we are as people. We're not really. Today I am meditative. Tomorrow I'm sporty. Parang that's not honest to me. And I love that people still journal because it's a good activity to, again, favorite word ko recently, to recenter yourself,
Mm,
to parang to not lose track of who you are and where you're going mentally and emotionally. But I don't want kids to think na, and also I don't know if you will agree, I hate journaling workshops. You know
oh,
that? Do you know that's a thing?
I don't even know why people
How?
do that. Why?
Weena, I don't understand. Why would you pay for someone to tell you what to do with the notebook? You know what I mean? I'm sorry, I can't.
Yeah, what is that about? Is it more?
Gr-
Is it more of like the design?
I know, and it's like maybe they give magazine cutouts in advance, and I'm like,
Oh, even
Weena,
worse.
the store near Lasal
Is
behind, di ba? The I don't want to give the name, pero
okay, okay.
yung malapit sa tactile.
Ah, okay. Alam ko na. Yung mga cute stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
They have that, and Sometimes I want to, ask, what's a journaling workshop?
How do you journal now?
Hmm.
Hmm.
You answer first, kasi we tell people we thought of doing this, kasi you posted like a picture,
Yeah.
and I was like, I have to talk to someone about journaling.
Yeah, so okay. Right. So I think the way that I used to think, no, like when I was younger, that it would be better to have one notebook for everything. So like I tried for a while to have like
Mm.
personal notebook
Same.
whatever book. But I'm really bad at it. I think I'm bad at compartmentalizing things. So
Mm.
I just have one notebook and then I just put everything there. Actually, I can show my current journal.
Show, show us,
It's
show us.
super boring, Shin. It's not.
Mm.
It's not. Fail to sa journaling workshop. So yeah, so I just like write down stuff about anything. So like here, like I watched some videos
Yeah,
Billy
that's
Collins.
that's the new one, right? That's
Yeah,
the one you used today.
yeah, it's just
Yeah.
the one I used today. And then sometimes it's just like drafts of poems
Mhm.
before they become poems.
So it's literally an everything. Is that everything,
Yeah,
or are you like, oh, this thought is for this notebook. This thought, yeah, I get what you
yeah,
mean.
parang it's just a dump. I just put everything, and
Mm,
then
mm,
like even for class, like some of these are still from school when when there was still school.
mm.
So yeah, like
Yeah.
yeah, Theories
How
Empire.
does that? How does that very interviewee question? How does that help you? What does that do for you?
Well,
Yeah.
I think for me, you're right about recentering. I think that's accurate. Na parang
Mm,
it gives me a sense, especially now, like during the pandemic, parang it gives me a sense of time also. Na like, oh
mm.
yeah, parang last week, that was just last week. Like last week, I was feeling
Oh
like shit.
God, I agree. Um, since we're talking about the now,
Hmm,
I have this notebook now, and it's very plain. Maybe you can show them the old ones I have,
hmm.
but this one is really just a same as yours, really just a notebook. And I number the dates, of course, but I can't. Maybe I think we're at that age now. We can't do a cute journal anymore. We
No.
can't be like, this is the ticket I when I got groped in the bus or whatever. And we can't do that anymore. We're old people. We're grandmas. Anyway,
So true.
yeah, I feel the same, and that it's like, please don't read. Anyway, the handwriting is unreadable anyway. But like, I hate the line during pandemic, but I really started this just during this time because
In
I
March,
feel like
during the lockdown, start of lockdown.
I think I started June already, and it's just because we're so trapped in more than one layer of our humanity. We're not
Yeah.
just trapped. We're trapped physically, number one, but also like we don't have our friends. We don't have that thing where you want to take a break from your home, so you go to a cafe, and then we don't have like school in
I
which
miss
you become
school.
another different person.
I know.
And I feel like I'm gonna be so lost with all the noise of internet if that's all I have.
Hmm.
So like I need to write. I think we need relationship with tangible things. Kasi right now work is internet,
Right.
entertainment is internet, even just everything friendships are internet now. So it's like I need to get away from all this. What I do recently, personal chika lang, I read printed books and I try to write. I can't write stories right now. I can't write creatively, sadly. And I'm not even drawing as well, as you know. Just edit this out, this personal. But I think I want to tell people that we need tactile relationships,
Hmm.
and like we need print. You can't, even though Netflix is different from your work, it's still a screen. You know what
Right.
I mean? It's still a screen. Listening to music it still has that buzz of technology. It still
Mhm.
has that ringing. So yeah, I just this message is just me saying we need to get out of the internet. But maybe finish this video first. Yeah. Baka
I
after,
really
while they're watching, they will exit na. Parang, okay, yeah.
But
What else
yeah,
do we talk about?
I agree.
Yeah.
Parang ano, actually medyo nakakabaliw. Like,
Mm,
I don't know, parang I feel like this whole thing has also kind of robbed us of, that feeling of just going somewhere. Like it doesn't even
yes,
where,
yes,
but yung, yeah,
yes,
the act of like, okay, I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna,
yes.
about the transport.
Commuting,
Yeah,
right? Commuting. And you know what I observed recently when I go to convenience stores? People are excited to talk, you know? I don't know if you went out recently. People are excited to laugh at jokes, to, to make comments about things, to have an exchange.
right.
The keyword is interaction. No one's saying it, no one's admitting it, but everywhere I go, people are nice and people want to laugh. People miss that. I think people as a society, I think we miss that so much more than we would ever admit.
Right.
Even the anger, even fighting with a stranger, you know, somewhere.
I
You can't
know.
really you don't I don't think you fight with
Oh,
people.
I fight with people. You know what's weird? Like at work, there was this
Yeah.
person at work who was always like super mean to me. Like, okay, he's in charge of the
Mm-mm.
restaurant in my work, and then last January
Mm-mm.
he threw me out of the restaurant. As in, like,
Oh
nanigaw
my
siya,
god.
everything, and like, you can't come here, ganyan. So he was like always super mean to
Are
me.
you serious?
Yeah, promise. And then I
Oh
cried,
my
but of course
god.
not when he was looking, but I cried after.
Mm.
And then this
What the heck?
yeah, well, he's old and he's like, white.
That's not an excuse, but yeah.
And then this lockdown, I had to interview him for this webinar thing, and he was so nice.
Mm-hmm.
It was so weird.
Uh-huh.
Na grabe, like that's what
Yeah.
isolation and like a pandemic will do to you. Like super bait, and he was
Oh
like,
god.
you should order some cake from me. Blah blah blah. And I was like, what the fuck?
Okay. Yeah.
So I
That
guess
is
you're
true.
right.
That
Like
is true.
people will talk to anyone, even their enemies.
Yes, definitely. Kasi this crisis has kind of realigned what we think are important and what we think life is about. You know, when I think of shoes, when I think of clothes, I'm like, why did I bother so much? Why did I when you go out now, nobody cares what they look like. Nobody's if you I think if you're still trying to look good when you go out now, you're a psychopath. You have people in your basement because that's one of the things that were first thrown out the window.
Do you want to talk a little bit about the journal pages that you showed me?
Yeah, yeah. Let's talk about it. I will look at yours too.
Okay, sige.
Let's do one of yours first,
Okay.
because there's like
Because mine are so
you will
boring.
flash it na lang maybe
Sige.
in
Yeah,
the
flash it na lang.
screen.
Oo.
No, it's the one with the cartoon. Parang I think it's a postcard or a letter. To Wina Bells, the one with that card.
Mina
Did
Bell.
you see it?
Yeah.
This is so adorable.
Sino kaya nagsulat nito? I don't even
Do you
remember.
see it?
Yeah.
See, that's the fun of it. You don't even know anymore. And where would this go if you didn't write it somewhere? You know what I mean?
Right, that's true. Oh my gosh, this is from my friend who eventually became my roommate for 3 years.
Show to the camera a little bit. Oh, that's so precious.
He doesn't write like that anymore. Oh my gosh, ang cute
Do
naman.
you still write like that though? In
No!
the like in the page?
No, oh my god, this is
Exactly.
my
It's like who
student
is that person? What I love about this video is I think there's a lesson on atomic distribution, I think that's biology.
It's chemistry. I think
Chemistry.
oh, organic chem. I
I
think.
know. Like,
Oh my God. FGs. What does that mean? FGs plus hybridization. Bond angle geometry.
please don't ask me. It's so much fun. It's so much fun to see that, like, every once in a while, and be like it's you go to a time machine in a way.
Yeah, and parang it's stuff na in the moment you don't really think about.
Mm,
But right now, I
exactly.
mean, like this friend of mine, she lives all the way in Las Piñas now. So
Wow.
it's not like I can see her na parang ganyan lang. She used to be my roommate. So dati parang, oh, I see you all the time. But yeah,
And when you see her again, it's not that person anymore. In that letter,
true.
that her and you in that page is no longer who you are now.
That's true.
It's like it's so dramatic, but I'm gonna say it. Journals in a way are like affirmations of your life. Na
That's true.
this is and Facebook memories are the same. Time hop is the same, but it's not your head.
Yeah.
That's not
It's
what's.
like it's your image. It's who you thought you
Mm,
were at the time. And you know what's
mm,
weird about like time hop and stuff like that? After a
yeah.
certain point, our memory on that day is just us sharing our memory on that day.
Wow.
Right?
Yeah, that is
Like,
correct.
right?
Yeah.
Diba after 2016, it's all memories of 2012, 2010. Like there are
Mm,
no more,
mm.
well, now fewer memories. And then after that, it's all like rants. Like there's,
And it's not. And it's not. Again, it's not what who you were really. It's who you were trying to show people. Diba?
yeah.
It's when I read my old entries. Actually, to be honest, sometimes I can't. You know what I mean? Like, I can't confront this person. I can't confront this angst, this jealousy, this
Mm.
lust, knowing that it came from me.
But do you feel like, how do you feel about it? Parang do you feel ashamed of that person? Or is it more like you feel overwhelmed?
Wow, I don't even know. Honestly, now that you ask that, why can't I look? I think I don't know. Am I embarrassed? Maybe, but embarrassed of who? I don't know. Now that you ask it, really, I see it. It's there. I can't sit down and be like, I can't. Yeah, that's something I need to write about. What? Yeah.
You're
Now
right
that's
about
my entry for tonight. Why do I keep writing? Again, it's what we said earlier. It's not really about vanity na, oh, this was who I was before. But really, I think the fact that you can point out why we need it, but we do it. I think people have always been journaling. You know what I mean? Maybe we don't call it that. And it's not something, as we mentioned earlier, it's, we have to do it, I think. It's like other activities. And even, oh, I know someone, just anecdote, I have accidentally looked at someone's journal before,
oh,
and she's not like, I know, cancel me. I know, I didn't mean to. She writes there only when she's crying and out of so much anger, kasi parang her boyfriend cheated on her,
mm-hmm.
and the words were so, I can't even quote. She's ranting about their sexual life. She's ranting about how angry she is. And again, it's not the Instagram journal.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's not the this gonna look good. She doesn't write page one, page two, page three. It's whatever she opens the book on,
Done.
and
Oh
then I close it na. I read one awkward passage, and I can't. And I knew what it was, so I can't.
my gosh.
I know. She doesn't journal ever. just that time in her life.
Well, I
That's also the thing.
parang somewhere to spill your emotions.
It's not like I don't journal. I don't think it's that. I don't think there's a kind of person that will journal and a kind of person that will not.
Right. I know. And I think some people just don't call it journaling. Like,
Exactly.
right? Parang some
Exactly.
people, I mean, I think some people nag-journal, let's say, I don't know, like sa notebook, sa likod ng resibo, whatever. Parang it doesn't need
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
journal.
Yeah. It's not like you have to name a notebook. Although
Journal.
that's how we did when we're in college, I'm sure. No, na this is my journal. But now we can. And it's not always, oh, that's a good point. It's not always a conscious thing to do.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, hello, like, oh my God, meron akong friend in grade school. He's super
Mm-mm.
I don't want to say, hindi man siya hindi nag-iisip, but like, he's not an introspective person.
Yeah, I get.
But he still had like like he used to staple mga bond paper together and like draw stuff. Like,
Mm-hmm.
stick people like, oh,
Yeah,
yeah, this is ganito, this is ganyan. So I feel like that was a journal. He just didn't want to call it that because he didn't think like that.
yeah, definitely, definitely. Kasi the function is to have an outlet and to, again, to record something, to express, di ba? It's, words like that, expressing yourself. Um, what's the other word that reading? I think they become more important now, and there's a depth to it now. Kasi I think before pandemic, we forgot about the essentials, you know, of things. We got so busy with the noises of Marvel movies, Spotify albums, di ba? And right now, it's like, oh, people read, di ba? Parang, talking to your friends is fun. You know what I mean?
You
We
know
get to remember these things.
what's funny is recently parang I realized na I had a lot of like pent up anger at this friend of mine. And
Uh-huh.
parang I think that anger was also from, I don't know, you know how sometimes like there's this annoyance that comes from how a person posts and how you know they are in real life. And
Girl, don't get me started.
parang
Yeah,
the
yeah.
difference between that really irritated me.
Mm.
So
Parang,
yeah, parang may like dissonance, and so binlock ko siya. Binlock
yeah,
ko
and
sa
then,
Instagram. Kasi parang I could tell already that it was like this weird performance na parang, who are you kidding? Like the people who follow you know you.
mm,
Like we've met you in real
mm,
life. Yeah,
mm,
and I don't know, it's weird. And parang my tolerance for fakeness has also gone away now. Na parang, it's
uh-huh,
not to say naman na I don't like things that are artful or like made, like
yeah,
constructed, but it's just I don't know. There's a certain kind of contrivedness na I feel like before was okay. Na parang, oh yeah, I'll do
oh,
that.
I
Pero,
see.
diba? Pero ngayon,
Mm-hmm.
parang, like, who are you pretending for? Like, the world is literally falling apart. Like,
Yeah, I get
what's
what
the
you mean.
point?
I get what you mean. Mm-hmm. And again, you can also return that to journaling, di ba?
Yeah,
Na parang you do, this is something you do for you, and I wonder what that person will write in a notebook. You know what I mean? I
yeah,
wonder what that person will that person be the same, na she also lie in a journal the way she does on the internet, or will
yeah.
we finally see who she is, or who, I don't know, but it's an interesting thought.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, who are you really now? Like, if you give more importance to this constructed person on the
Mm-hmm.
internet, then are you still yourself? And it's harder now because
Mm-hmm.
like I don't see her anymore. like, because of the
I
pandemic.
know, I
Like,
know.
wala nang validation na, oh yeah, like, I remember you're a decent person.
Oh God,
I can't stand to see how you're performing yourself. So,
I know. And you know what? People keep talking about how we miss connections, but don't we also realize what we do not need?
right,
Diba?
right.
There are some friends na I should probably check on, but I'm like, I don't want to. I don't want to. You know what I mean? There are some people that, oh God, I miss you so much. And then there are people that I'm like, oh wow, I actually don't care about this person.
Yeah, that's true. Or like, I won't allow myself to be tortured by this person. Let's talk about the first one that you
Mm-mm.
sent me. This is the pink page, the pink one that has
Mm.
loner boy on it.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's supposedly yes. What are your what can you say? I don't know.
Okay, the images that you chose are very interesting. This is Jack Nicholson?
Mm,
So like,
yeah.
why Jack Nicholson
Oh,
and the
what
cry?
I told you I don't have sentimental products.
Yeah.
So what I do instead is I print. I print from Tumblr. So I'm more of that person. I don't have memories, Rina. I don't have friends. I don't have, oh, we went to this place. I don't have, oh, we watched this movie. I'm just at home and I'm secretly printing in my sister's printer. And so I'm more, it's not saying I'm better or less better, but I'm more on the whimsical type of things because like there's a pictures I find cool, just that, just so that's why I said earlier I'm not very into memories in journal. I'm more into what I visually connect to, I guess. The you know when people say mood,
Yeah.
journal for me is basically that. Like this picture of Nicholson is how I am inside. And when I'm sad, I think I am a crying statue of Virgin Mary. That's who I see myself. That's how I see myself in. You know what I mean? So that's more of what journal is for me. It's like a parang mas fancy version of my truth. You
Mm.
know what I mean?
So like the image
Yeah.
here come first because there's also text, right? So you curated
Mm.
the images and drew first, and then the text followed.
Oh, that's what we were talking about earlier. I don't try to make it cohesive.
Yeah.
I'm not like here's how religion has affected me. Here's how I am the new Mary Magdalene. It's never like that. It's probably about school or lunch or somebody I hate
So
or
yeah, so
something that happened that day.
like no connection. It's like you're
No
following your
connection.
intuition.
There is a connection, but it would take maybe a doctor to like this is you know what I mean? This is your subconscious telling you that you know what I mean? It's not like again it's not thematic because screw that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's more ano. You're right. It's a mood. Parang if it's a short story, it's like a short story with no linear plot. Kind of. But
Definitely.
still,
What are you doing? But that's not wrong. But what I'm saying is, when you write it down, then it's the truth. Even if you lie, what you write about is the truth about your lie.
right,
If that
right.
makes sense, I don't know.
Yeah,
But
it's like
yeah, but
the way you lie is still a kind of truth.
exactly. So when you write about how you cried all night, when in real life it's just 2 minutes and you fell asleep, that is your truth, diba? And
Yeah,
you cannot convert, like your story, you cannot convert that awkwardness to a picture, to a post.
yeah.
You can't.
Post that people will like, or that you'll post so people will like. You know?
You can't. You can't. There's no equivalent to it.
Do you think that Tumblr was kind of like a journaling place? Like, do you think it was like the online equivalent of a journal?
in a way, I mean, in the obvious ways, yes, but also you just reblog anything you find cool. I
Mm,
don't think it could be an honest representation of yourself at the
mm,
notebook is. Because it's too easy to click on anything and be like, this is pretty. You know, it's not. Because in journal, you have to move to do it.
right.
You have to cut something. You
Yeah.
have to. It's the way with your wristband, diba? And the letter. It's not just a click and you can't say na, oh, this is me because I reblog this. You work, you kind of work on it. So when you look at the pages, even if it's not important, the act of journaling it is suddenly it means something, and you can't do that with anything online. Like
Right.
I'm very old man na you can't journal online. I'm sorry. There you can't. I'm sorry. I'm close-minded about that.
No, yeah. I kind of agree. Like, or I don't think you can journal in the way that it's still a journal. Like the principles, I
Mhm.
guess, of what a
When
journal.
I look at your handwriting here, it's like you can't say a font is who you are. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
When you look at your handwriting, it's like this person is trying to be, your handwriting. This person is trying to be nice. You know what I mean? Kunyari, I'm psychiatrist. This person wants to be seen in a good light by her friends.
Right.
She's trying to find order in things, but she also likes to be cute. Kasi it's cursive and the F is like F. So you can't do that online, and it's not as precious no matter what you say because it's HTML.
That's true. And I feel like as I've gotten older, speaking of handwriting, I feel like the pages I shared with you, which were from 2007, parang they're,
12.
yeah, 2012, they're so neat. And then now it's like,
You've given up.
wala
I
na.
know, I know, I know. Sometimes I switch. Do you also switch your handwriting? I'm looking at
Yeah,
examples
I used to, but less
where
now.
I know, but also it's like the second sentence will not be the same as the first. Parang, you know what? I'm not gonna do that. I'm not today.
So our consensus is number one, journaling is important because it helps you
For
reset.
everyone.
Yeah, for everyone. And it's not something performative, or it's not something that
Mm-mm-mm.
other people.
Sorry to journaling Instagrams.
And of course, in the spirit of true authenticity, like Shin and I were discussing, I realized as I'm editing this that I forgot to film an outro, or I forgot to say thank you everyone for watching. And yeah, so thank you for watching, and please follow Shin. He makes really, really cool zines and comics over on Instagram. His username is at okmilk, ok.milk, sorry. And he also has a booktube, which I will link in the description bar below. Thanks for watching, everyone, and I hope you enjoyed this. Keep a journal. Bye!